If you're between the ages 18 and 30 on social media, you might have seen a trend on social media encouraging women to pursue luxurious lifestyles, dating for money, spending a ton of cash on expensive items, aspiring to own designer purses, and staying in fancy hotels. You can usually find these blogs under the tag hypergamy. At its face, it seems kind of fine. Treating yourself once in a while is good and healthy, and if you can afford these things regularly, without breaking the bank or jeopardizing your future, good for you. But a lot of these tweets and blog posts feel so unbalanced. For starters, most young women can't afford this stuff regularly, and saving money is an important skill to pick up while you're young. And telling young, impressionable girls that things will make them happy just doesn't seem right to me, especially when they're being told to date for money instead of love. It's so pessimistic. It's like they're telling girls this is all there is to look forward to in life. Plus, I hate this trend that makes it look like dating or marrying rich is always easy and fruitful. Relying solely on your partner financially puts you in a really vulnerable position, and you can't do that with just anyone. Plus, have you seen any Real Housewives show? Their husbands hate them. Girls should be taught to seek friendship, growth, adventures, and community. They should be encouraged to engage with art, literature, science, and the world. They should seek love and respect from their romantic partners and get comfortable with the fact that they don't really need a partner at all. After spending a lot to maintain their excessive lifestyle, they go broke and start using men for money. It has become an unspoken norm. Many women do this. If they can't do it to potential mates, they will hit their fathers, their uncles, their brothers, grandfathers, and whoever will listen to a sob story. Some women will marry a successful guy with the intent to divorce. This guarantees she will have an income regardless of her skills. They call them starter husbands. Honestly, I believe men allow themselves to be used. It's pretty easy to tell when someone is a gold digger. There are men who insist they have to be providers, that accept when a woman demands she be catered to know what the score is and participate. These idiots deserve to be robbed and used by these women.
It's also how you ask. You don't ask like, can I have some money? You have to present the situation, act like you're a little sad, and see if they come up with the solution, which is, oh, well, I will help you. There it is. I will give you money. Don't, and like I said yesterday, don't change your level of sadness until you have the money. And as soon as he says, I will give you the money, don't say, okay, like an idiot. Say, okay, oh my God, thank you so much. We can go to the ATM right after because it's a really bad situation and I don't want to have any late fees or I really need this done. Thank you so much. So, we can go straight unless you have the cash. That would be so, oh my God, you're my hero. So now he can't get out of it. See, you don't wait and be polite. You say, okay, well, let's go make arrangements right now, right now. There's a gas station across the street. After we finish dinner, we can head over there to that ATM. When that offer comes in, you don't take his word for it. Oh, I'm gonna give it to you Friday. Oh, that's too late. I'm gonna give it to you next week. Oh, it'll be too late by then. Do not accept anything but you're gonna give it to me right after this, right now. The thing is, if you're not afraid to ask a man for something, they definitely are not afraid to ask you for something, which is much more intimate and personal and could, end up in child birth. But you afraid to ask for some coins and some papers? This is crazy. They're asking you to lay down, risk your life, expose yourself, open yourself up, possibly have their child that they probably won't care for, and you go and do it like an idiot, and then afraid to ask for some money. Are you serious? That is mentally backwards. Mentally backwards. So you mean all I gotta do is trick them and say I love it and I'm gonna do something in the future? That's like writing a bad check. Don't take no bad checks. Don't take no bad checks. Okay. So this is why I urge women to allow men to invest in them long term. You are a long term investment. That means they will be spending money before they get any type of good. Okay. If you're not trying to be on dates or, in communication with a man for a long period of time in order for him to invest in you, and you just want money on the first date, then please go and sign up to be an escort because that is what you might be.
I was at a bar, and I was talking to a woman. She mentioned being broke, and I told her I pay rent in this expensive city too. We chatted more and flirted a bit, and I mentioned that I was going to buy another drink, and she said, "I'm almost done and could use another one," and she flashed her glass to me, and I told her, "That's fine." To my lack of surprise, she no longer was interested after I refused to buy her drinks, and she moved on to a guy who was buying her drinks. Simply put, if men rejected paying for women, they wouldn't have to feel being taken advantage of. A lot of men are idiots, and then complain, or are surprised that a woman openly being pay-to-play is in fact only interested in money. Men are dumb for letting themselves get used, and deserve to be taken advantage of. Someone who expects to be paid for is not someone in love with you. Someone who would leave you as soon as you go broke is not someone who loves you. In the past, I was very judgmental. I would have used some choice bad words to describe them. With age and experience, I see them more neutrally. From what I have witnessed in life, there are a lot of men who are perfectly fine with being used for money, because they are using these women for sex or public attention. It's a mutual agreement, even if not explicit. If each is happy with the arrangement, then that's their business. Unfortunately, from what I have also seen, it doesn't tend to bring a lot of happiness in the long run. These women end up with guys that don't treat them well, and that are quick to dump them as they get older and lose their sex appeal. They also do not spend time developing other characteristics, intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually, that would give them a sense of self-respect and esteem later, and give them value to men who aren't looking to have this kind of relationship. Ultimately, I think it is sad. Even though, while in their prime, and if they are successful in their goals, I can smile and appreciate that they are currently having the time of their life, I still have that second thought. You've made the choice to have fun now, and suffer later. I know someone whose mother taught her from a young age that only a rich man is worth a relationship. I didn't agree with this thinking, but it wasn't my business to say anything. She used to work as a model, so she was able to attract well-off men. Her first marriage failed, but she was able to attract someone very wealthy. They are married now. Her husband is very nice, but not good-looking. He worships the ground she walks on. But if he loses all of his money tomorrow, the marriage won't last. He'd be heartbroken. I hope he stays wealthy, not because she deserves it, but because I don't want him to realize that his life isn't what he thinks it is. Honestly, from my experience as a teenager at the age of 21, I must say that most girls I have met, whether it is on Facebook, Instagram, Tinder, and in real life, are mostly into money. True love doesn't exist in this world anymore. My parents always say, "Son, you are not financially stable." The question I posed is this: am I getting married? No, I'm just finding someone to date as my girlfriend, doing things as a couple does, accepting each other's weaknesses and helping each other grow as our relationship progresses. I don't want to find someone who comes to me when I am financially stable. That sounds like a gold digger. At that time, I will tell those girls to fuck off, because seriously, that's what they deserve. I go by this rule, and I think you should too. If you don't accept me, like love me at my lowest, or when I am nothing, then you do not deserve me at my best. I am still standing strong on this point. You can just put off the hope of finding someone who doesn't look at money. Haven't you noticed? People with money switch partners like changing clothes. Broke up, 3 days, 1 week, a new girl is his, or the other way around. Parents said that we need to wait for the right time. Well, wrong. It's the right material. What's that material? Oh, what a surprise, it's money. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Remember to smash the like and subscribe buttons and click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers.